Hello, good afternoon once again. Welcome to Rokstedi TV with yours truly, DJ Jossy Ladd. And please, can I just remind you, thank you for all your subscriptions and all your shares and all your likes. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do whatever you can to support us as we are trying our best to bring you the best in entertainment and enjoyment. I have a very special lady for you, a good friend of mine, someone that I have interviewed before in the past. And when I interviewed her the first time, I didn't even know how big this lady is in the Nollywood entertainment industry. She's very modest, very easygoing, and But when I started seeing what she's doing for the Nigerian entertainment industry, I can predict right now, and I'm going to put my neck on the line, this lady is definitely going to receive an award for what she's doing. I mean, she's been receiving an award. I'm talking of a national award, MON, something like that. Right, because now, honestly, she's doing, even though she's in diaspora, what she's doing for the Nollywood entertainment industry and our colleagues who are in that film production and film acting industry, it's incredible. And I must say, thank you very much for what you're doing. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, meet T.Y. Moore. Our name is Toyin Moore. I'll ask her to give you a name and give us a background, brief history about ourselves before we go. There's a lot of questions to answer, Toyin, so let's get going. Yeah, okay. Tell us about yourself, your name, if you want to tell us where you're from, whatever, and then give us a very brief background, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's always a privilege. And thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. We pray that we get better and that we keep growing, My name is Toyin Moore. My friends call me TY. So, especially here in diaspora, if I'm with non-Nigerians as well, because the TY is like a nickname or something. But when I'm with non-Nigerians, it saves me a lot of trouble of the murdering and fathering of my name.
Absolutely.
So they just say TY, it helps, I'm born to Mr. Franklin Moore. I'm the second child of my mom. We had several wives. But from my mom, I'm the second child. Yes. I think polygamy is sort of a commonplace among our parents, yes, I've always loved the creative world. I remember when I was 13 and I asked my dad, I said, I want to be like Auntie Julie Coca. My father was angry. He said, yeah, because, I'm from Warri. Yeah. And she's from our side. And my dad was like, no. And he said it in Shekiri that, no. He used a word, God bless his memory. Our parents those days, he said it's for harlots.
Oh, yeah. I really did not hear that.
I know.
Actually, went to school with our son,
Did you? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Praise God. So it was something I forced them to accept that this is what I want to do, So I started off as a broadcaster in Nigeria with, DBN Television, NTA 2, Channel 5, MITV. I used to syndicate my program on those channels, and then it evolved into movie making. My debut into movie making started with Dove Media. Dove Media was like a Christian production company that set up that time. They were quite big, and I was made the head of studios. So I dabbled into music production, movie distribution, and all of that, and then the rest they say is history.
Movie production, Alaba connection.
And I love how I used to fight us those days though. It used to be a battle,
I
and
know. Look how advanced things are. I mean, it's incredible, man.
mhm,
You
mhm.
carried the cross, and I'm so happy for you guys. And it's only the beginning. I can tell you, and I can tell anyone watching that. Listen, Nollywood is taking over, just like
And
Afro. It's going to take
amen.
over. I'm telling you, it. In fact, it's
Amen.
taking over already. Right? If Toyin Moore wasn't in the entertainment industry today, what career would she be doing?
To be
Then
honest
you
with
might
you,
you get the cat out of the bag a bit, but what career will she be doing?
to be honest, my dad wanted me to be a teacher, yeah, but I I didn't like it at all. So even though I tried to read education, to study education, I always found a way. When we were in college or so, they used to have beauty pageants. You will
Yeah.
find me right there, one of the organizers. I'll be
Yes,
organizing
you.
it. I'll be, arranging sponsorship. This is something. Even when I was in church, I went to as a Sunday school teacher in church in Nigeria. I created a drama group for children. I'll be writing scripts and directing them with Bible stories and all of that. I doubt very much that I would have been happy in any other thing other than this. I believe that this is what God called me to do. This is who I am. This is where I'm happiest, you know, being a
Oh,
creative person, either singing, writing, producing, directing, or whatever.
okay. Right. So I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good that you you ended up doing what you want to do. I mean, it so happens with a lot of us. My father wanted me to be a DJ. No, what am I
A
saying?
DJ.
What drink am I smoking? My father wanted me to be a lawyer. Sorry, and
Okay.
in fact, I read some of his law books. Believe it or not,
Is it?
when I
Oh,
was trying then.
to
But
please him.
he knew from day one that my music was my life. I mean, it
Yeah.
still is. And the
Yeah.
day I stop or can't be able to carry my speaker boxes or laptop, that's the day I start disintegrating gradually. But
Oh.
when I was doing my school set, I was lying on the sofa with my headphones on, and I was actually studying for exam the next morning. That's how crazy I am about music. But I mean, I ended up doing this, going into the entertainment industry as well, because I was as passionate as you are, maybe a little bit less passionate. And eventually, when I've already established myself in the entertainment industry, I now went to study law. Anyway, this is not about me, it's about you. Why am I taking over? What's the craziest thing you've ever done to secure a role or complete a production?
To complete a production, I remember the craziest thing I ever done. I was filming, shooting a series in Kent,
Okay.
and my first director had a clash with the DOP,
Okay.
and he stepped down.
Wow.
Then the DOP, who also said he can direct, started directing. And then halfway through, he said he's not directing anymore. And this was like my last, second to the last episode or something. And
Wow.
that day, I said, Kilo, kini kana.
Go, Shelley.
What is it? Oh yeah, I will direct now. You
I
people,
trust
you
you.
stand there, stand there, stand there, stand
I
there.
trust you. So
And
the
that
the
was the
the
craziest thing I
genius
ever
in
done.
you just took over.
Yes. And you have no idea what you can do
Yeah,
until you have no choice
yeah,
but to do it.
yeah.
And that for me, after almost 15 years of producing, was my first time directing. And after that, I just went to go and learn more about it. And
Brilliant.
2 years after, I directed my first feature film. You
Capitalize on
know,
it. Well done.
yes,
Well done.
yes.
Have you ever forgotten your lines on stage or during a shoot? And if you have, what happened? We are really interested in knowing this one.
Hmm. Okay, as an actor, there was a time that or even when I forget my lines, it happens. So what I do is I have what we call cue lines. Like
Okay.
I borrow from whoever it is I'm acting with. So there's some words or some lines that cue me in, and I would somehow try my best to respond in a way that is required for that. This is because film is different from theater. I could get away with it because it's film, because if it was theater, I would have to know the words, the dialogue, word for word. But for filmmaking, sometimes we're allowed to do a little bit of ad lib, in executing our roles. I will say also that I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So if I'm asked to play a role, I take my time to really study it. I try not to be embarrassed or to embarrass anyone else. So I prepare way before, and I would say that I can't remember how many times I sort of was completely lost. No, I won't be lost. I will just know that this is where we are. I may forget the exact word at that moment, and because it's film, they will do take two. Yeah, take two or take three. Yes.
Okay. And obviously, by doing your homework, the story anyway.
Always do
So
my
you can
homework.
improvise.
Yes, exactly. 100%. I never go unprepared. Never.
All right. Well done. Well done. Now, which character that you've played in the past is the most like the real Toyin Moore? Have you ever played a character and you thought, and after playing it or whatever, and maybe watching it back, you said to yourself, "Oh God, that was a real Toyin Moore."
No.
Okay.
No. I have not been lucky like that, in the sense that, I play very controversial roles.
Okay.
Very controversial roles. There was one that reminded me of my mom. Although I wasn't the one playing that character, but there was a lady that had cancer, and my mom died of cancer, So, and that was the first time I was required to cry on a set. It was a movie titled 18 Karat Mama, by Helen Osabute. So, and it was Titi Jacobs Asorome that was our director, So I remember that when they said the lady there is dying of cancer, I should cry. And that was my first major role. And I thought, how am I going to cry? Like believable. So I just reminded myself of how my mom died of cancer. So it was very easy for me to plug in, into that emotion. You understand? And yes, I think that's the closest to acting as myself, if that's what you mean, because the crying went on, the cameraman was crying, everybody was crying because it was so emotional. You understand? And yeah.
I'm just trying to get across to my producer. My screen's gone green.
Okay.
Right. What's the funniest thing that has ever happened to you on set?
As a actor or producer or what now? What is the funniest thing? As a director, the funniest thing that's happened to me on set was we had this gentleman called Dapo Payinka and one young lady, and he was meant to act a romantic scene where he would kiss the lady and then she would hug him, and she was a bit busty. Okay, she was a lot busty, and she would hug him, and his girlfriend in the play, in the drama, would walk in on them. Okay. Now, two things happened that was really funny. One, he was shocked. He kept looking at me. Am I supposed to touch? Am I allowed to?
Wala.
And
poor guy.
Poor guy. And when we said kiss, and the girl goes, French kiss. Oh, I said proper kiss, and she kissed him, passionately. He was so shocked. he was forgetting. He forgot all his lines, and we did like 20 takes. Take 1, take 10, take 15, take. That was the funniest.
And the more he forgot, the more he had to go through that
The
ordeal.
more he had to go through it. Even after the scene, he was now apologizing to the girl that acted as his girlfriend. He forgot it was a film. He was apologizing to her even after we had said cut. And I'm sorry, that wasn't. Is the director that said I should, Yeah, he was so funny.
Oh, poor guy. Oh yeah, that is. If your life were turned into a movie, what would the title be?
God can.
God can do it.
Yes.
I put that attachment to it.
Yes, God can do it because yes, because my whole life is a testimony of the things that only God could have done, and to show that there's nothing God cannot do, that God can. Yes.
Brilliant. Now, what is one of the myths that people believe about actors and actresses that isn't true?
That every actor and every actress is promiscuous. This is a very painful thing to me because I remember talking to a gentleman who one of the officers of the Nigerian embassy, my very good friend, and he said, Oluwatoyin, Emi le fe actor nítorí nǹkan tẹ́ máa ń dánwò lórí set, and I'm like, he was saying that he can't marry an actor because of the life we live on the set. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm an actor. What life are we living?
I know many ladies.
He said, no. Yeah. So he was quite serious, And I have had colleagues who have had challenges in their marriage because their partners believe that, we're promiscuous. And the thing is, when we're filming, sometimes you have over 20 people.
Oh yeah, it's never in secret.
Yeah, the cameraman, the lights person, the sound person, the makeup artist, the this, the that, the costumier. There's so many people on set while filming is going on. So it's just because you see a man holding a woman, it doesn't mean that the only 2 people there. It's just that's what the camera captured. But behind all of that, there's a whole team working, I think it's kind of unfair because there's no profession where there is no infidelity of so. I mean, among doctors and nurses, among teachers, but I don't know why they look at us like that. Yeah,
footballers. Yeah, we're all human. I won't call it ignorance. I'll just say people are improperly informed about what's going on. Same DJs they believe all DJs have 20 children with 20. It doesn't usually happen like that.
Yeah.
Have you what actor or actress made you starstruck when you first met them?
Starstruck.
Yeah, what actor? Doesn't necessarily have to be a Nigerian. From your industry, what actor or actress made you starstruck when you saw them?
Maybe Idris.
Okay.
Idris Elba. I didn't even walk up to him to say hello. It was one of those awards, Screen Nation Awards of late Charles Thompson. Yeah. So I was nominated twice, and I got an award once from that very prestigious award thing. And I it's for black entertainment thing in the UK. And I remember seeing Idris. I was like, oh my God, this is it. But how people go to them and say hello. No, I'm kind of
reserved like that.
Yeah, like that. I won't come and I will just be where I am. So if I'm opportune to be in front of you and we're introduced, of course I'll be happy. But I was sort of starstruck to see him. Yes.
Oh, right. I mean, Idris, I believe a lot of women would be starstruck to see him as well. He's an
incredible actor. Oh my goodness. Yes.
It's got the personality and the presence as well, wherever
Yes,
you
it's got presence.
are. Have you
Strong
ever
presence.
received criticism that ended up making you a better person or making you better at what you were doing at that particular point in time?
Yes, but it wasn't for acting, it was for singing. You know, I started off as a gospel minister. I sing. So the first
You,
criticism I got,
sorry to break through. I really must plug in here. Do you still sing?
yeah, I sing.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to your story then. I'll
So
take you up on that. Go on.
he's a friend of mine. That's how I just started. And he said to me, he said, why are you singing like that? It's so loose. Your voice is so loose. You're not holding your notes. It's all over the place, you know. The thing pained me, the way he said it. But
I know.
I took it to heart, and I became more conscious of how to hold my notes, you know.
Oh.
And I did more voice training, sound scores and different things. I just tried my best to
And you said I'll show you. I'll show you.
yeah, you know. And of course I became one of the best at my level at that time, you know. Like I said, I'm that kind of a person. I'm driven. I'd like to do things thoroughly, and I'm my own biggest critic. So if someone is bold enough to say something to me and I know that this thing that they've said, you know, there's some truth in it, I'm going to go back and do my homework.
I mean, I must add to that. Yeah, you're always the best at what you do. You're doing really,
Thank
really
you.
good. We are really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
What's the most difficult role you've ever had to play?
When you say the most difficult role I've ever had to play, as an actor, or I think for me, one of the most challenging roles is producing, and is the one I've done the longest of my life. You know, I started as a TV producer to a movie producer. Producing is, oh my God, it is demanding. It is exhausting, you know.
Wow.
And you're at it from when you start till the end of the distribution. It doesn't even stop at the end of production, till end of distribution.
Wow.
You know, the producer's work continues. So I find that producing is quite tough, you know. At the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. But yes, producing.
Well done. Now, as a director, and I know you are a director, have you ever had to stop a production because something went completely wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. There was a time that we were filming. I wanted to shoot a series and a feature film. Okay. So we had actors that we brought in, you know. And there was a bit of a challenge with my lead actor. And I had to take an executive decision. And even though we filmed for, you know, almost a week or 2 weeks, and we had tailor-made his costumes and we're paid, you know, I stopped it. And I went and re-auditioned for that role.
Wow.
It was a major thing I had to do, but I don't regret it, although it was quite costly for me. You know, it was quite expensive. And there was also a time that we're filming a series, and two of my lead actors, they walked out on set and they were doing diva, you know, like, you have to come and do us this, beg us this or that.
They're playing untouchable.
Yeah, do you understand? And that night I had to make a decision, even though I had filmed over 15 scenes and I had cast of over 15 people, if not more than that, 25 people who had come from different parts of the UK, from Manchester, from Scotland, from and we are paid for an apartment for 2 weeks, and all of that 2 weeks was going to go. But I pulled the plug on them, and I cried to God. That's why I say God can. I cried to God that this is the situation I'm in, and this is the reason why, professionally, I cannot continue with these people, because you can be my friend, but when it comes to work, I can be a bit unfriendly,
Oh yeah.
because this is work.
It's
This is work,
you don't mix business with pleasure, and
Exactly.
I've been in situations like that because I do events as well. I've been in situations like that, and I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So
that's what the hardest.
If it cost you, it did cost you, but I think you've answered that question.
Yeah, it cost us a lot, but we gained at the end. That was when I met Ken Smart.
Okay.
Because that night, after crying to God, praying, I felt led to call him. He had come for an audition, and I told him that I didn't want to use him for a minor role because I found that he was a good actor, And I called him like 12 midnight. Can you come on set tomorrow and take up this role, XYZ? Wow. And I sent it to him, and he replied me by the morning, I'll be there.
Wow.
And incredible gentleman. He arrived with his car and everything, and
the poor guy,
God did it.
The poor guy probably didn't get any sleep all night trying to read the scripts and that.
He loved it. For him, for reasons I cannot share here, he said it was an answer from God for him. And it wasn't just for money. It answered a certain need in his life at that time.
Wow.
So I know that God orchestrated it. It's like God turned it around for good, So I've had such difficult situations where I've had to make a hard call,
Right. I'm glad the end result was justified in the end, and it was good, If you could direct any actor in the world, not Nollywood, not Bollywood, in the entire world, who would it be and why?
Will Smith.
Okay. And why would that be?
I feel like Will Smith has this aura that he can be both victim and hero. He has such depth, and he cuts across to both young and old.
Absolutely.
He's embraced by all. Forget personal issues or whatever. We all have all those personal issues. But as a creative, as an actor, that's one person I really would love to direct if I had the opportunity.
Sorry, I was just trying. Someone keeps calling me. I just had to tell you, message you that I'm
That's
calling
okay.
you. Right. Yeah. Next question is, what is the biggest lesson the entertainment industry has taught you?
That no one is indispensable. The biggest lesson I have learned is the fallibility of man. Do you understand? I know they've said it a lot, and we turned it to something. We are like pencil in the hands of God. You can be there today and not there again.
Absolutely.
You can be a superstar now, and tomorrow no one even knows who you are. And that's not just Nollywood, Hollywood. You will hear, 10 years ago, now they're looking for the person. They're actually searching for that person, So I one of the things I've learned is to always remind myself, the Bible says, as long as David was small in his own eyes, God lifted him, that pride is a killer, a feeling like I've arrived, it destroys. We should always be teachable and be malleable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, well done. I must give a shout out to Mr. Bello Peter who is watching us. He says he likes all your videos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he says well done as well.
Thank you so much.
So please, if you're watching, can you all tune in? You can join us. The links have been sent out, and if you go to YouTube, you will just pick Rokstedi TV, and you can join us as well. And please don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and do whatever you can even send your comments in and we'll read it out. If you have questions for Toyin, send them in and we'll read it out to her. Okay. Have you ever wanted to quit at any stage in your professional career, and what kept you going if that has occurred to you?
Yes, many times I wanted to quit, but there's this one time. We had this show, this premiere we were doing in three cities, in Birmingham, in Manchester, and in London. This was 2010. I think it was
Wow.
2010 or something. Yeah. And that's a long time, oh, not like 15 years ago or something. And God.
Can you imagine?
It was terrible. Like, we had a show, yeah. People attended like this. If you see the queue outside in Birmingham around 5th of December, the cold winter, people were lining up for our show. And I entered as, organizer, owner of the show and everything. And I brought actors from Nigeria. Yeah, I brought actors from Nigeria. And I brought a team to play, JJC and his dancers. I paid for them, brought them from London to Birmingham.
Okay.
And I brought, TV people, Ben Television, their cameramen, everybody. I had used my card till my card was sounding bang, bang, bang. There was nothing inside again.
Oh,
but I
God.
was happy, like, I'm a I could see the crowd and everything. And I entered the hall. I can't even remember the club that it was that we went in for the after party. And JGC was already there. They were hailing him. They were so excited. I was promoting on 5 TV stations, because all the TV stations then, they were so supportive, Toyin Subar TV, Ben TV, OA TV, all of them. They were so supportive. We're promoting with the noise. I mean, we've done all we can do. The owner of the movie, the executive producer, and the director of the film had flown in from Spain,
Oh my
But the way I used to do it then, I used to fund everything here and get my money from the returns and stuff like that. So he just brought his film and he came to see how it went so that we can share profits at the end. I was happy, but I was nervous. You understand?
Yeah.
So we got to this place now, and I went to meet the guy at the door, the people collecting tickets. I'm like, oh, how's it happening? So how much have we made? The guy says, who are you? I says, excuse you. Say, who are you? I don't know you. I called the young man that was my lazy there. I said, what's going on? He said, I don't know why he's talking like that. And the guy was Jamaican. I don't know why he's talking like that. This is that. Ha. It was bad. My money, people's money, I could see money like this. My hand couldn't touch it.
Wow.
I called JJC. I said, these people are trying to mess me up. I don't want you to perform. He said, don't worry, I'm not going to perform. So he and his dancers, they went back to the hotel. They didn't perform. But the thing is, you understand? Everybody was sleeping that day. I was sitting on the chair till morning. I didn't even know. For 1 month, if you tell me Nolly before you say wood, I can shoot you. Like
so basically, you were saying that all the takings in that day,
I didn't get a dime.
You were shut out. The venue collected it.
I didn't get a dime.
Oh my! And to now take legal action, all the money has been exhausted.
What legal action am I taking? But it was a painful lesson.
Wow.
But it was a lesson that I learned, you know. Um, yeah, I didn't want to have anything to do with Nollywood again. For 1 month, I didn't even want to wake up. You know how when it's almost time for morning, you're like, let this morning not come.
Hey,
And then you can't sleep at night. Terrible. Go. 2010. I cannot.
wow. Don't worry. And look. Like Yorubas will say, "Oh, Jossy, really, look where you are now."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you look at those things, and when you sit down on the sofa with your grandchildren surrounding you, you tell them this story, you just
Yeah,
smile.
that's
You know,
you.
you just
God
smile.
can, yeah, yeah.
What is
It's
the God?
it's one of those things where I learned that life will test you, and it will test your relationships. It will test your faith. It will test your faith in God, faith in yourself, faith in humanity, faith in goodness at all. But you have to still get up. As long as there is life, you have to just try again.
Life must go on. Yes.
You have to just try again.
Yeah. And then obviously, if you keep trying, if you don't succeed, dust yourself up, get up,
Go
and try.
again.
That's it.
Yes.
That's. I mean, honestly, not exactly the same story as you, but I've had a lot of fall downs. I've had to get up, dust myself, and go again. That's the only
Yeah.
way to stay and remain consistent.
Yeah.
What's the one project that you've done that holds a very special place in your heart?
Ayefele.
Everyone is
Um,
talking about it. I can't believe that I haven't seen Aifele, and you would
what?
really, you would have a go at me. Now, this is it. Now I have to go and see Aifele.
Yes,
I
I
have
will send you the link. Ayefele.
to, please do.
Ayefele
It's
is,
there everywhere, but send me the link
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Ayefele is
That would
such
be a
an
reminder to
amazing.
me as well.
Yeah.
People might not know Aifele is one of your movies, right?
Yes, it's a movie that I wrote the story over 10 years ago, and I finally was able to um, execute it with the joint forces with a partner, Tayo Utomi. We
I know
both,
I've interviewed her
yeah,
before.
yes. So we both executive produced it, and is my first film that will do UK theatrical release.
Okay.
It did a theatrical release in Nigeria. It
Wow.
did here in the UK. It's a movie that we're proud of. You know how you look at your work and you're quite happy with it. It
Brilliant.
didn't give us the kind of money we would have loved, yes, but
Okay.
it gave us some good returns and we're grateful. And that's what encouraged us to do this latest one that we're doing now.
Which is
Fragments.
which is
Fragments. That's what I call
fragments.
it.
Okay.
Fragments.
I should have known. I didn't really see the ticket. I didn't
Fragments.
really see it.
I
Right.
hope I'm going to
Okay.
see you people on Friday.
You talked about you. We will talk about that in a bit because I'm gonna at some point ask you about
Yeah,
things you've done, things you're doing, and things you intend to do. Things that are
yeah,
coming up, things we should look forward to. Now,
yeah.
what is more challenging in your opinion? Writing, acting, or directing?
More challenging for me is writing.
Okay.
Writing for me is, I feel like it's more demanding. I love to direct. Directing for me um, is not, I won't have sleepless nights. I would rather have excited nights, like, what am I going to do? So if I stay awake, it will be out of excitement, like doing my blocks
The buzzing.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Producing is my day job. I call producing my day job. That's my day job, yeah. But you see that writing, eh? And all the films I've written, they've done exceptionally well, you
Wow.
know. But I wouldn't lie. For me, is the most challenging for me. That dialogue thing with it.
No, no, be small.
Mm.
So many
So I
schools of
respect writers a lot. I really respect writers because for
Okay.
me, it's a lot. I would do it if I have to do it. Like,
By fire, by force.
yes,
what
that's
what's
it.
the secret? What's your secret for staying creative when inspiration doesn't come? How do you stay creative when the inspiration doesn't come?
I go to God knee. There is a spirit in man. Eh?
Yes.
And the inspiration of the Holy Spirit gives understanding. How did they say it? There's a spiritual. I go to God. I believe that God is the source of all creatives, of all inspiration. In fact, you can clearly say I'm a Christian. The part of the Bible where I read where it says there are families that are called to being welders. You have families that are musicians. You have families that are bricklayers. Do you know? And I believe that for any creative, which is why you will see that some people take India hemp, or they'll smoke something, or they'll do something
It is their
to
inspiration.
get, yeah. So my inspiration is from the Holy Spirit. There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty, it gives understanding. That word is true. Kibati,
What's
you know
the
the meaning.
most unexpected opportunity that this entertainment business of yours has brought into your life?
Say that again.
What is the most unexpected opportunity that entertainment has brought into your life?
I've met presidents of nations because of entertainment. I got married to a fellow creative because of, entertainment. It has opened doors to places I ordinarily would not have had that access, if not for the gift and the grace of
The Almighty.
being a creative. Yes. So it says the gift of a man, it will make room for him, and it will bring you before kings. It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
absolutely.
If you hone your gift well and you excel at it well,
Yeah.
there are some doors it would access for you that,
God is good. If you could relive one moment in your career,
yeah.
which would it be
If I could relive a moment,
in your entire career so far? What would it be?
when
Reminisce.
when I got when I was given the award for Best Director 2015 by Pauline Long, Dr. Pauline Long.
Pauline Longana.
Yeah. It was my first movie that I directed, Blood Type.
Okay.
And I wrote the script. I directed and I produced and I acted as lead in it. All of that not do me anything, no. But you see that winning the award as best director among the kind of directors that was there. And that moment is a surreal moment for me because that day, you know how you're excited just to be nominated. It was enough that I was nominated.
Not
I
expecting
was so excited,
the award.
I wasn't really, expecting to win it, but I was just so proud that I was nominated. So we dressed up and we went, and suddenly I heard my name. I didn't even hear it on time. People were shouting and pushing me, TY, 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 and the whole hall erupted. First, there's one thing for you to be nominated. There's another thing for everyone to be so excited and happy.
Rooting for you.
And be rooting for you. I went on stage without my shoes because I was sitting down. I wasn't wearing my shoes. I taking my shoes off. I was so relaxed, So, but the shouting, I had to go up without my shoes, to go and get it. And I was truly grateful, to God, to Dr. Pauline Long, to all the people that, made it happen for me. And it gave me confidence that, Toyin, you can do this. And I've not looked back since that day. I've gone on to direct many more films.
Well done.
Yeah.
Do you know when we watch these awards on TV, on the news or whatever, and we see all these actors and actresses being absolutely shocked.
Yes.
I personally, let me speak for myself. I think some of them are just making it up. They already know.
No,
I didn't know
no,
some of them.
no,
It's real.
no. Yeah.
I used to think, oh yeah, look at her, look at him. He knows already. Oh,
Yeah, no.
he's just doing
It's
Ojuaye.
shocking. Yeah. Even recently, Ayefele won an award. Best movie, best indigenous movie, the overall best. Producer Toyin Moore in all the way in Abeokuta, Odun Adekola's thing, award thing that he does.
Yeah.
I was gobsmacked. I was like, what? Do you know how many movies they release in Nigeria? Even the categories of films that they called out, you know. So I told them, I said, send me a picture of the plaque. Let me see.
Okay, let's move on. There's still quite a few. What's the one thing you would like to change about the Nigerian entertainment industry?
If only we can be more united. There's too much infighting,
Backstab.
and it's very ugly. You know,
Okay.
it's very ugly. If there's some magic wand that can, happen, and we can all just be on just about be together, I believe we'll go far. That Nollywood will have gone farther than it is, if not for the, you know, the infighting, the unnecessary
As
enmity, the
Yorubas will call it.
what
Now,
you call it's
have
too
you
much.
ever turned down a role or project? If so, why?
I've turned down some roles. One, if I feel like the team handling that role may not be able to do justice to it. How do I say it without sounding like there's some roles when I'm called to do it, and I'm not I'm not convinced that they can execute it. Maybe because of the works they've done in the past and things I've seen with them, and I don't want to start something that I'm not able to finish, because I know what it is for a producer to put down their money to do a job, no matter how small or big, So I've had to turn down quite a few roles like that, you know. Yeah.
Okay. What's the funniest fan encounter you've ever had? In other words, let me rephrase that. What's the funniest encounter you've ever had with one or some of your fans?
Don't know how to put it to, like, there's this girl I met with her mom, and she was in front of me. She was going, "This is Toyin Moore. Hey, Toyin Moore. This is Toyin Moore." And in my, I was laughing so much, like, who is this person they are talking about? You know, who exactly is the one that they are? Because it just felt so. I can't believe that this getting all this drama. Yeah, I found it really funny. Until today, I don't know how to. That I'm a star thing. It's just not there
Oh, no,
because
definitely. I know that I mean, she has not, listen, Via, she has not given me any bribe or anything, but I can say that about Toyin Moore. She is very, very modest. She is the most down to earth person I've ever, well, one of the most down to earth persons I've ever met.
thank
Because I,
you,
and I
thank
mean,
you.
what happened to you usually happens to me, especially when I'm about to board a flight, and either in the queue or in the waiting area. Well, oh, just lad, and you know what? I do know and recognize some of them, but some of them I don't. And I always not try not to act to be seen as being
Mm,
pompous or arrogant, snobbish. So I try and treat them very well, and some of them I can recognize some faces, but I can't put a name to it. So I usually get caught in that situation, but usually most of the time people are usually very nice to us. They are very nice to us. Right. What is the best compliment you've ever received about your work?
Most
Apart from the awards, you've received.
there's some people you look at as elders, one of those is Rukia Mata.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Obi Emeloye. Obi, I call him my director, I met him here in the UK, but I've known Mr. Amata, Rukia Amata from Nigeria, because known his brother Fred and all of that. And when I started directing, Rukia called me and said, Toyin, your hand on the strong go. I still say your hand on the strong well for this thing. I felt so, how you feel so blessed and all that. And the other person is Obi Emeloye. Like, he was with some people and some organizations, and they wanted a filmmaker to work with to do some projects. And he said, I'm going to recommend someone that since he can't do it, he will recommend me to go in his place. And he's done this twice. And Obi, do you understand? I really respect him.
Yes.
And he, for someone to be dropping your name in places and be recommending, and one day he called, put it on speaker, was talking to me and saying, she's the person, she's the plug, and all of that. And I felt so humble, so blessed, so those things I'll say those are the most touching moments for me, when colleagues and those you see as your seniors in this work, when they acknowledge you and they praise you,
serious
that's a big thing for me, more than money. Yes.
Yes. What advice would you give someone, especially someone like me, who wants to enter the entertainment industry but is afraid to start?
You don't enter already now. Which one do you want to enter?
And they pull your legs up. What advice would you give someone who wants to enter the entertainment industry but is afraid? As I underline the word afraid to start.
Just do it afraid. Do it afraid.
And be yourself.
Don't think that fear is gonna go. Do it afraid. And you may not succeed the first time or the second time or the third time, but just keep doing it. Tyler Perry talks about his experience, and we all read it and laugh and say, hey, Tyler Perry, that guy failed over 15 times. Like, he would rent halls and things and big screen, and he would do billboards and nobody would come. And he failed so many times. But today we're saying Tyler Perry. No, you do it afraid. Do you know why? The only thing that I feel is regrettable in life is never trying, because you'll be feeling like, what if it had worked? You understand?
Absolutely.
So you should go ahead and do it, even if you're afraid. Do it.
The only way you know it will not work is if you try. If you don't try, you will never know if it will work.
Yes. And if you try and it didn't work, try again.
Get off, like I said before.
Try again.
Yes. So, what would you like people to remember about Toyin Moore long after she has retired, put her feet up, and is now fully engaged in grandma duties?
First of all, there's this guy that used to do news in CNN. That old guy that used to do anchor some segments on CNN News. What is his name now?
Very popular guy. Igbo guy with a strong accent. Is it the one?
No. White guy.
Oh, sorry.
I think he was 80-something and he was still going on strong. And another one is Steven Spielberg. He's in his 80s. He's still going on. And the guy from Marvel Studios, till he died. So I don't think I'll ever retire. To be honest, I don't think I'll ever retire. This is why I love entertainment industry, because you can continue to be creative And the more you do it, it works the other way around. It keeps you alive. Do you understand?
Yes,
It keeps you alive. So I don't think I'm ever going to retire or anything. But what do I want people to remember me for?
Yeah.
Because Olojon Kojo,
Yes,
one day we'll all join the chariots above. Is that never give up. That there is hope. There is nothing like this one. No, is over. No, there is always hope. There's always hope.
Okay. I would like you to do two things for me. Finally, I want to. Well, not finally.
My fragments.
Yes, 5 minutes. Yes, less than 5 minutes. I want you to tell us all the fragments. Tell us. In fragments. Yes. Tell us all the things that all the movies that you've actually been involved in, either writing, directing, or acting. All the ones you've been involved with to date. What you are currently doing now, and what we should expect next from Toyin Moore.
All right, thank you. I'm going to start from the end to the front.
Okay.
So what I'm currently doing now is we've shot a film, Fragments. It was co-executive produced by myself and by Tayo Utomi. I was a producer of the film, and it was directed by Tunde Komolafe. And we have in this fragment, so I'm so excited about it because the film is solid. It's from a novel that Sayo wrote, and the challenge was, let's make it into a movie, So we have people like Deyemi Okonlawon, Daniel Abua, Shazni Okawa in the film, Diola Awodeyin. It's happening this month in the city of London, Woolwich, at Tramshed. We're premiering it. So you guys should come. Let's do gist. After London, we're going to go to Birmingham, and then we're going to go Luton, just for this film Fragments. I've done a number of films. I honestly can't remember all of them, but I will mention some. There's Blood Type. There's Apostle Do Good. There's Captivated. There is Ireke last year. Ireke is a major film that came out. Ireke, directed by Bolahon Peters. I produced Ireke alongside with Bolahon himself, Mark Job. Dad and Father. Dad or Father, that is still showing on YouTube. It's a big story, I produced and co-executive produced with Funlayo Joseph. Funlayo Joseph is an amazing person who decided to go for it. That was her second production, and she's in her 50s, and she decided, I want to go back, or I want to go to this, It takes courage, to do it. And we've done 2 movies. There's Judasy. There is The Passport. I produced that for Dapopa Inka. There is Amua. There's so many movies. I'm sorry, I can't remember all the titles.
No worries at all. I mean, we're running out of time anyway. The last thing I'll ask you to do for me is, you remember earlier on in this interview, we were interviewing one very, very special actress, producer, director, and she said, "Oh, I used to sing." And she said, "Oh, I actually used to sing." So I'd like you to give us an a cappella. It could be just a very short one. Let's hear this golden voice.
Okay, there's a song I used to do when I first started singing. I failed that song in presentation over 50 times, I can't remember. And eventually became my signature song. After I tried and failed for a year to present that song. And they asked me to change the song. I refused. I said, "Now this one I will sing."
By fire, by force.
Morning sun, light of creation, grassy fields,
wow,
Bless the Lord
You can sing.
who reigns in beauty. Bless the Lord who reigns in majesty and power. He has made a perfect heart. It's called Perfect Heart.
Bravo, bravo. Do you know what? Yeah, yeah. I can still be a manager. Right? So when you decide to add
To
the
that one.
microphone to your portfolio, manager day, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
correct, correct.
it's been an absolute pleasure to having
Nice
you.
one.
You're
Yeah,
very
thank
lively,
you.
very bubbly, very
Thank
down to
you.
earth, and very. I mean, Toyin. I
Thank
mean,
you.
God will always be on your side because I don't call you
Amen.
twice. Even though when
Thank
I
you.
call you, are in the middle of important things, you dropped everything and you joined
Thank God.
Rokstedi Television. We
Thank you
really
for having us. Thank you.
really do appreciate you. Listen, when you do your movies, your next movies, or whenever you have your celebrities around, or if
Yeah.
there's any one of them you want us to interview, please, you know what to do. Do not hesitate. Just hit that button. We'll be there. And all your after parties and stuff like that, your movie launches. I mean, I'm gonna be really preoccupied till the end of September. After that, I should be free, and you
Okay.
should start seeing more of my ugly face in your in your events. I mean, because honestly, you're really doing well. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you so
Rokstedi
much.
TV would like to say a big thank you to you, and God bless you in everything you're doing. And we are behind you, and I know you are behind us. Together,
Thank you so
we will
much.
make waves. God bless you. Regards to
Thank
your
you. Thank you for
family.
having me.
Bye
Bye.
now. Bye.
Cheers.
So I'm gonna end this now. Thank you very much once again. Bye.
All right. Cheers. Bye.